Hi, everyone, and welcome to this new talk today. And today I'm going to talk about aging. Is it a judgment or possibility? I will be going live here every week at the same time, and I'll be talking about different things. I hope you guys will join me. So I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I had a one-on-one session with someone, and one of the things that she spoke about was, uh, she said, my 65th birthday is coming up, and and I don't want it to come. I really don't want it. I don't want to be older. And I said, oh, you have some charge around that? And she said, yes, absolutely. And so during that session we worked on it, and then I said to myself, maybe that's a great example, that's a great topic to have, and that's something to talk about, aging, because there are so many points of views around aging. There are so many things that people carry about aging, and so it's great to have this discussion here. So today, I'm going to talk about many different things. The primary thing around that is, what does aging mean to you? Right? What does aging mean to you? And I invite you to explore this. I invite you to contemplate this topic, and like sometimes even do a little bit of journaling. Write down things that come up for you around aging, and this will actually give you a lot of insights, and based on what you have written, you will be able to see all that in your life. So it's like, your thoughts are a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, so whatever thoughts, feelings, emotions, points of views that you have around aging, you are actually going to end up creating that in your life. Okay, and so I really invite you to go deep into this. Maybe if you have a pen and paper, you can sit down, and you're of course welcome to type it out in the comments, because when you type it out in the comments, I will look at that, and I will kind of give you a few insights around that. Okay, so that's one perspective of aging. So my whole topic was, aging is a judgment or possibility. So a lot of aging has to do with judgments. It has to do with, the judgments that you have about aging, the judgments that you have about you aging, and also the judgments that people have actually directed at you. So a lot of times, people have a lot of judgments about aging. Like, you will hear these statements coming from people, and these statements all to do with age. So it's like, oh, I'm in my 40s, and one of the statements that I've heard a lot is that, when you are in the 40s, you cannot do yoga with a woman, the same as a woman who is in her 20s or in her 30s who is doing yoga, right? So boom, that's a judgment about aging. That's like someone saying that a 40-year-old body cannot do yoga the way a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old body can do. Okay, and the thing is that all these are judgments, are basically lies. Because have you I think all of you guys have seen that video of that really, really, really old woman who is in India, and she still does yoga. And if you see her body and the kind of postures that she goes through, it is like, oh my god, it is amazing. Like, those are postures that I could not do when I was 20, or when I still can't do those postures, right? So that is just a judgment that a 40-year-old body cannot do yoga like a 20-year-old, right? So how many judgments do you have? Like, how many of these things have you heard? Why don't you like share it in the comments below? Like, another one I had heard from someone was like, now my son is getting married, and they want to build a new home. So while we are young, they should build the home so that we are around and we can take care, because as we grow older, then we will not be able to do anything. So it's all to do with your age, and how you limit yourself with your age, or how, see, the whole society is, or the whole reality is geared towards age. Have you seen those ads, like, who talk about, if you are a woman over 40, then you have hormonal issues, and if you are a woman in your 50s, then you have these issues, and you have menopause issues, and all of these. So these are all just judgments that society is kind of directing everyone. So what I'd like you to do is, I'd like you to become really aware of all these judgments that society is actually directing at you. And when you catch someone doing that, so you can say, oh, that's just a judgment about aging, never mind, I'm not choosing that. Or you can use whatever tool you have and release that judgment, basically, right? Now, a lot of you have shared some really interesting things here, and I also asked this question in the group, and people have given some really interesting responses. And I'll probably look at each one of these responses, and I will, do an energetic release around that. But before I got, before I came live here, I actually went online and I did a search on aging, and I wanted to look at the biological things around aging. And my son, who is studying medicine, he, as he studies, he likes to come and share these little snippets with me of something he's learned, something he's really excited about. And so, yesterday I asked him, so tell me, what is the aging mechanism in the body? Like, how does the body age? And so he gave me this whole talk about, telomeres, and, this enzyme called telomerase, which kind of is responsible for not aging. Okay, so I tried to read some of those scientific things, and to be honest, I'll tell you, I read a little bit and I started to go a little bit cross-eyed over there. So I said, oh, I'm not really going down this route. But there is a scientific thing about what is around aging. Now, the good news with all that is, with all the energetic release work that I've been doing, like, literally, when people have any physical condition, what I do is I go online and I read up about the condition. I read up about the anatomy and the physiology of the condition. And then based on that, I start doing the energetic releases. And many times I'm able to just, change all of that. Okay. And so when I read all this stuff around aging, I said, oh, all of this, literally we can change it. And then I want to talk about something really specific, because I had read about this many, many, many years ago in one of my books. And, I want to talk about this. So let's talk about the physical realm, like just the body. Okay, so the body has something called as a death hormone. Now, I'm not really sure if this is a physical thing in the body. It is actually not a physical thing in the body, but it's an energy. It is an energetic mechanism in the body which is called as a death hormone. And believe it or not, you start releasing the death hormone. Can you guess at what age? I want you all to guess what age does the death hormone release in the body. And this is not a physical hormone in the body, okay? It's an energy in the body. So let me have your guesses, and I'm really not going to reveal to you till you give me a few numbers, okay? Come on, everyone. I see there are 15 people live, so please, some of you, at least five, six of you, type in what number you think the death hormone releases, okay? So the aging mechanism, it encompasses actually four things if you look at it energetically. Okay, the first is the physical, of course, right? Because the physical, the body will show you exactly what is going on with aging. The second one is emotional. Okay, the second one is emotional. The third one is mental. Okay, and the fourth one is the spiritual. Okay. um okay, so someone says 2, someone says birth, someone says 75, someone says 50. None of you are close, none of you are close. Okay, so the third one is the mental, and the fourth one is the spiritual realm. And I'm going to do releases on all these four. So someone says, I have a very marked 105-degree scoliosis that crushes my lungs and causes me not to breathe, gives me pneumonia, and I have a tracheostomy. So this is physical. Yes, absolutely. I agree. It is physical. There are four different levels at which aging occurs. And, to go even beyond that, the death, because I'm speaking about the death hormone. Okay, so let me tell you what age the death hormone gets released. The death hormone gets released at the age of 25 years. At age 25, that is when the death hormone gets released. And that's when you go, okay, you know what? Now I'm ready to die. So literally, your body is preparing for death from the age 25, because aging has to do with the body, and it is a part of the death mechanism of the body. Okay, so the good news, you can actually stop the death hormone. Okay, you can actually stop the release of the death hormone. Okay, so you can stop the release of the death hormone, and you can activate the rejuvenation hormone. Okay, so shall we do it? How many of you want to stop the release of the death hormone and you want to activate the rejuvenation hormone? Tell me. I'm just looking for my little thing, and I'm going to just ask. This is my dowsing rod, for those of you who don't know what a dowsing rod is. And I'm going to check if it's appropriate for us to do this right now. And if it is, I will do it. If it's not, then we might not do it, but I'll just give you the information about it. Okay. Okay, I got a yes for it, so let's do it. Okay, so uh, everything within you and outside of you that keeps the release of the death hormone in place. Let's release on that. So, guys, when you come listen to me, it's good to always bring a glass of water and drink water as we do the releases. Also, keep a pen and paper handy because I just throw these questions at you. I like people to do some pen and paper exercises, so it's great. Okay, and now everything within you and outside of you that blocks the activation of the rejuvenation hormone. Let's release on that. Okay, so this I worked on the physical. So I want you guys to let me know in the comments, what did you experience? Did you feel any energetic shift as I was doing these two releases, releasing the death hormone, activating the rejuvenation hormone? And let's also activate the youthing chromosomes, okay? So everything within you and outside of you that blocks the youthing chromosomes. Let's release on that. Now, we're going to look at the hold on a minute, let me find that post. I'm going to look. So I asked this question in the group, what does aging mean to you? And I had a lot of interesting responses. And so I'm going to kind of bring up some of those responses and I'm going to do some releases on that. And of course, a lot of you appear to me as Facebook users. So if you want me to know who you are, you please click the link in the description which says give StreamYard permission. Only then I will be able to see who you are. Okay. So let's see. What does aging mean to you? Okay. So my question was that judgment or possibilities. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of the things people have shared and I'm going to do some releases on that. And probably these are generic releases. And then, of course, you guys can also type and I'll take in stuff that you've also shared and we'll do some releases on that. And remember, we still have to work on the emotional, mental and spiritual level. We've just worked on the physical level for today. Okay, so sadness, feeling that the day will come that I will not be taken seriously. So let's release on this. Can't do many things anymore, become sick and weak and need help. So all of that, everything within you and outside of you that has that, let's release on all that. Then someone says preparing to die. The body is preparing to die. So let's release on that as well. Somebody wrote here, being an official old fart. So let's release on that as well. Then somebody else said slow down with certain things like jumping. So all of that, let's release on that. Death, pain, sickness, slow down, nothing to do. Let's release on all that. Retirement, gray hair, fatigue, rest. Let's release on all of that. Okay, so these are all the judgments about aging. Let's look at the possibilities aspect of aging. Okay, so how many, how can you look at aging as a possibility? So the first one someone shared was age is just a number, always young at heart. Okay, so everything within you and outside of you that doesn't allow you to have that, let's release on that. Then the other aspect is maturity and wisdom. So everything within you and outside of you that doesn't allow you to have that maturity and wisdom, let's release on that. And then I like this one someone has shared. She says, fun and discovery. I'm more and more me the older I get. So everything within you and outside of you that doesn't allow you to have that, let's release on that. listening more deeply to the changes in the body, staying tuned in at one with the body, mind, spirit, becoming ageless in mind, and allowing all else to simply be. Allowance, awareness. So I love all of this. So everything within you and outside of you that doesn't allow you to be that, let's release on that. So, a great thing to contemplate on would be if aging were a possibility. I wonder what that would be, and just contemplate on that and allow things to show up for you around that. Okay, aging is not a thing, it's actually growing and getting to do and be and experience more and more and more on this lovely planet. So everything within you and outside of you that doesn't allow that, let's release on it. So the thing is that, really it's about catching people, catching yourself, like being aware when people are having conversations which are to do with aging. And when they are saying something about aging, just saying, never mind, I'm not really choosing that. I'm not choosing that, and just being in that awareness will stop those things from actually sticking you. Okay. So, on the physical level, we spoke about the death hormone activating the rejuvenation hormone, and also the youthing chromosomes, activating the youthing chromosomes. So, if you have joined in late, excuse me, I would highly recommend that you watch the replay, because we released on, releasing the death hormone and activating the rejuvenation hormone and the youthing chromosomes. Okay. Now let's look at the emotional level. Okay. So on the emotional level, we release the pain hormone and we activate the love hormone. Okay. So, who wants to do these releases? Releasing the pain hormone, activating the love hormone. And isn't it interesting that the pain hormone is actually at the level of the emotions? It's not really at the level of the physical, because at the physical level, pain is just an indicator of something out of balance. But at an emotional level, it is an indicator of aging. Okay, so let's release on that. Okay, so everything within you and outside of you that doesn't allow you to release the pain hormone, let's release on that. Okay, let me know how that was. Just let me know in the comments what kind of did you experience that shift, something opened up, whatever. Okay, let me know in the comments. Until then, I'm just going to get a sip of water. So every week I will be going live here at the same time. And I'd love to know if there is something that you would like me to talk about. And normally, the way it works is when you give me some topics, something will jump at me. Like the other day when I was speaking to to my client, and she spoke about her 65th birthday, and that was like, oh yes, that's the thing. Okay, and so something pops up, and then I choose that as a topic. So let me know. Okay. The next one, we're going to look at the mental level. Nobody is typing. Come on, guys. Let me know if you experienced any shift with the emotional level. Okay. The mental level, it is release the fear hormone and activate the inner peace hormone. Release the fear hormone and activate the inner peace hormone. Okay, so let's release on that. Okay, so everything within you and outside of you that doesn't allow you to release the fear hormone, let's release on that. And take a breath. And it's activating the inner peace hormone. Okay, so let's activate the inner peace hormone. Peace, peace. Okay, so everything within you and outside of you that doesn't allow you to activate the inner peace hormone. How's that now? Releasing the fear hormone and activating the inner peace hormone. Oh, we didn't activate the love hormone? Of course we did. Did we? So many times what happens is that the brain goes, and then, I just miss that out. So, anybody else, did you notice if I didn't activate the love hormone apart from Roseanne? Well, you can be stuck with fear. Yeah, so if you've joined in late, I said this before, these are not physical hormones in the body. These are actually energies. These are energetic hormones that we are releasing, and all of these have to do with depth. And so, I brought them up today because this whole conversation is about aging. Right? Yes, we did do the love hormone. I do remember doing it. Okay. So at the mental level, you release the fear hormone and you activate the inner peace hormone. Okay. And then the last one is you release the separation hormone and you activate the reconnection hormone. Okay, so again, the separation from everyone and everything, separation from God, and then the reconnection hormone is again, your connection to God. Okay, so let's release on this. So everything within you and outside of you that doesn't allow you to release the separation hormone, let's release on that. So, everything within you and outside of you that doesn't allow you to activate the reconnection with God hormone. So, just to reiterate, we worked on the four levels. The physical level is the death hormone. You release the death hormone, you activate the youthing, the rejuvenation hormone, and you activate the youthing chromosomes. At the emotional level, you release the pain hormone and you activate the love hormone. Um, at the mental level, you release the fear hormone and you activate the inner peace hormone. And at the spiritual level, you release the separation hormone and you activate the reconnection with God hormone. Now, this is not a release per se, as in, if you have fear, then you're releasing fear. You are actually releasing the hormone itself. So you are releasing the stuff that causes the fear. Do you get the difference? Right? So you are releasing the stuff that causes the fear. So you're kind of going to the root of the fear here. And this release will work in the days to come. So it's not like you did it now and it's gone. It's going to, it's kind of like the energy is like the energy of a time capsule. Like it kind of the change is like a time capsule. It shows up in your life when it shows up. It's not necessarily right now. Okay, but we did create that change. Okay. So these are the four levels of aging, and mostly I call these the four levels of death, because each of these things are actually to do with death. Okay, these are nothing to do with aging, but aging is just a way of death. It's like many years ago, I had this experience where I looked at someone and I went, wow, he has decided that his expiry date has come. So literally, I saw this person go from one day being hale and hearty to the next day, going to sickly and, literally shutting down their whole body. Okay. So I was aware of this whole point of view, or I would even call it a program that people have, which is called as the expiry date. Okay. So all the expiry date programs and patterns that are running, that you are running on your body, let's release on that. Okay, so I think I kind of covered everything. And I know you guys have a lot of points of views around aging and all of that. And it's just looking at those points of views and going, oh, okay, never mind, not choosing that. Okay, it's literally that. Okay. So, thank you everyone for being here. Everyone who is live, everyone who's going to watch the replay. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you being here today. And if you have any suggestions for any topics, let me know in the comments below. I will be doing two programs. So, one is the 21 days of energetic releases. So, we completed day 5 today. You can still join if you would like to join. The link is in the description. So, join me. I will also be doing a 5 days of money energetic releases. And money energetic releases is starting from the 15th of August till the 19th of August. So you are welcome to join that as well. The link is in the description again. So thank you, everyone. And I really appreciate you. And I'll see you next week here at the same time. Bye.